Good morning, everybody. I'm Sara from SLS Wills and More, and I'm excited about partnering with Hypo Hounds to help raise funds for this exciting charity. So before I explain how I can help, I have Jane, CEO of Hypo Hounds, talking to me about our collaboration. Jane, first of all, it's lovely to see you again today and welcome. Can you give us a brief outline of what Hypo Hounds does, please?
Yeah, good morning, Sarah. Thank you so much for choosing Hypo Hounds as your charity to support. We're a very small charity based in Kent, and to cut a long story short, we train up dogs to save the lives of type 1 diabetic children. Through scent detection, the dogs are trained to alert to the parents when the child's blood sugar drops. And in a nutshell, that's what we do.
Thank you. It sounds fantastic. Those that know me will know that I love helping people, and this is one of my core values. And through SLS Wills and More, I wanted to help the small local charities raise much needed funds in these difficult times. And Hypo Hounds are the first partner charity to sign up to the SLS Wills and More Legacy in Wills scheme. So my scheme is that if somebody comes to me and wants to give a legacy to Hypo Hounds in their will, I will then donate 10% of my costs that I charge the client to gift to Hypo Hounds now, so that the Hypo Hounds gets the benefit of a small donation now, with the promise of funding in the long term when that person unfortunately passes away. So Jane, how much does it actually cost to train a puppy from start to finish?
It's actually a considerable amount of money. It's over £20,000 to train a puppy up to save the life of a child, and also to support its family for the rest of its life. So we're not talking about a year's training. We're talking about supporting a family emotionally and medically for at least 15 years. So that's why it actually costs so much.
Wow, I can understand why you need to raise so much to help train your puppies. So you currently have 3 new puppies, and I've seen some wonderful photographs of them. One of the puppies, you have been able to set aside funding from a legacy that you have in fact received from a will, and this is a puppy called Poppy.
Yeah.
But you have 2 others, Simba and Nala, and you still need funding for them, don't you?
Yeah, we do. Sadly, obviously, because of COVID, all of our income streams for this year have actually halted. So what we were hoping to be able to set aside for them is now non-existent. So yes, we are in urgent need of sponsorship for both Simba and Nala, who are
Okay.
2 beautiful little black Labrador puppies that I'm picking up tomorrow.
Wow, exciting times. Look forward to seeing their photographs on their journey as well. So how will the SLS Wills and More Legacies in Will scheme help with that funding?
If we are able to secure funding for both Simba and Nala, it takes a huge amount of pressure, not only off of us as a charity, but also we ask the families to try and get involved with raising funds for the next family. And obviously dealing with a child that has these complicated health issues is more than enough on their plate, let alone then having to raise funds. So a gift from somebody's will, where someone sadly passed away, is actually going to give the gift of life to one of our children, and also the mental well-being for the rest of the family for potentially the next 15 years of that child's life.
That's fantastic. But of course, unless people are willing to put a legacy in their wills through myself, the scheme won't work. So what could you say to potential legacy givers about how important it is to consider gifting a gift in a will to you?
Our puppy program won't continue unless we get funding. It is that simple. We had 15 requests in 1 month for just these 3 puppies. And because we haven't got the funds, we can't provide any more. So with more funding, knowing that we've got it on its way, or knowing that we've secured funding, is going to help more and more families, and not only help us to grow, but it help these children.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So if people don't want to give a legacy, can they help out now instead? And how do they do that?
Yeah, certainly. People can do a private donation if they like. They can go direct to our website and do a secure donation via there. We also offer £5 a month puppy sponsorship, where you get a puppy pack and you can sponsor the puppy and get updates on what it's getting up to. Not only the good stuff, but the naughty stuff too. So there's many ways in which people can support us, both financially and also with their time if they want to volunteer with us too.
Oh, that's fantastic, Jane. Well, thank you very much for that. So if anybody wants to participate in my Legacy and Wills scheme, please contact me via my website, www.slswillsandmore.co.uk, where you can find an information sheet about the scheme with Hypo Hounds. And in order to proceed, just quote Hypo 10. And that will then guarantee that I will give 10% of the costs that I charge you to Hypo Hounds as soon as the invoice is paid to me. So thank you very much, Jane. And I'm really looking forward, and I'm really excited about how I can help Hypo Hounds in this exciting new adventure.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your support. It's going to be a fantastic partnership, I think.
I hope so too. Thank you, Jane.
Thank